I'm Sean Mazumdar, your crazy host, and today we are going to learn how to set up a Raspberry Pi into your Pi case with a cooling fan. Are you ready? So let's check it out. Shh.
Second.
It is the finishing look when we'll be finished setting up our cutie beauty Raspberry Pi. So let's start. New Raspberry Pi case comes with 4 plastic screws and nuts and 4 metal screws and their nuts. It also comes with 9 plastic layers and a cooling fan. First, take the top layer of the Raspberry Pi case. Then take your Raspberry Pi camera. Then pass the ribbon cable through the top layer. You can see we are keeping the white layer on the upper side and the level part on the lower side. You can see. Then place last 3 layers of the Raspberry Pi case so that the hollow space held here. Then place your Raspberry Pi on the top of the 3 layers so that your memory card section just sits on the top of the hollow space. And it will sit perfectly. Then take the cooling fan. The cooling fan pushes the air forward on this side. So we have to mount this cooling fan on the top layer like this. We are now mounting the cooling fan. Now we have finished mounting our cooling fan with our top layer. Now take the Raspberry Pi and push and pull gently to open up the camera port. There are 2 sides of the ribbon cable. One is blue and one is conducting shiny side. Now we have to take our shiny side and we have to place our shiny side on this side and gently push the ribbon cable through the camera port. Then simply push the port down and the ribbon cable will be set on the Raspberry Pi perfectly. Here is 40 GPIO pins on Raspberry Pi. We have used second and third pin from the right side for our fan's input. The red wire is taking 5 volt from the second pin and the black wire is taking the ground from the right side for this fan. Then take the 4th layer from the bottom and carefully pass through the wires. And place it perfectly through the gaps and the holes. And do the same for the 5th layer from the bottom. Carefully pass through. Then take the sixth layer from the bottom. You can see here is the hollow space. This is for the camera. You can see previous layers also have that hollow space. Then pass the sixth layer by the same way. We have done that before. And take the seventh layer from the bottom and it will easily pass through. And take the eighth layer from the bottom. It will not easily pass. It passes technically because you can see here is the space and the space is already taken by that, so technically pass that. You have seen you have taken technically pass that piece and also place that here. And it is gone in the wrong way, so we have to correct it. So here we go. And we have placed it correctly. Unfortunately, we have figured out we have placed the fan on the wrong side. It will be upside down, and we also placed the ribbon cable oppositely, so we have to correct that out. Now we have corrected all the orientation. You can see the long hole is just on the top of the GPIO pins. See, place it over, pull the ribbon cable, and you can see our fan is on top of the processor. We are placing a top layer carefully. We are orienting all of the layers correctly. To push this red wire inside, and take one of the white plastic screws. That will correct out all the orientations. Push this all the way down. Voila, we have corrected it. Do the same for other edges. We are doing the same for other edges. Then take one plastic nut, you have to tightly screw it. orientation is little confusing. Yeah, we figured it out. Give it a tight little hold. We figured out our radar is messing with orientation, so we pulled it downside, and we are also doing the same. We are also doing the same here. We have tightened our screws. You can see, voila, we have correctly oriented all our layers. You can see here is a pattern in layers. First white, then blue, then white, then again blue, then again white, blue, white, blue. So there is a pattern, you can see, white, blue, and our pie casing is consists of 9 layers, and you can see it is perfectly set up and it is finished. Now it's our testing time. We have a portable power supply for our Raspberry Pi. We'll show in another video, link in the description, for making that portable power pack. Now we're connecting our power pack with extension cable. Always be careful of polarity. Now we're using an extended micro USB cable to power it up. See, fan is moving. And the yellow light is flashing. That is an indication of Raspberry Pi is working very fine. So here we have it, a beautiful Raspberry Pi setup with the Raspberry Pi casing, with a fan, and our Raspberry Pi is now always cooled up. Isn't it wonderful? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Voila! Now we have a Raspberry Pi case set up with the Raspberry Pi and with a cooling fan. Don't forget to thumbs up our video, like, share and comment, and leave your valuable opinion in the comment section. And don't forget to share our page and keep an eye to grab our next video. Till then, grab a hot copy and stay awesome and stay safe. Oh yeah.